We have the farmers, the growers, the planters, the food makers that we're thankful for the amazing food that we get. And then we have the organizers that are in their respective communities and neighborhoods aggregating the different members to make all the purchases to support the farms and eat healthy food. So organizers, where are you? Just raise your hand. A bunch of them all over the place. Round of applause for the organizers. So thank you, organizers, for coming, and thank you everybody else for attending our, I think this is our 6th Story Slam event. And as I said, today's theme is planting the future. We've got all of the folks up here. I'm going to step down because I don't deserve to be on the stage. They're the makers of the food. And we have a bunch, so we're taking a little bit of a different format. Instead of kind of one person telling a story and then getting off, we're going to kind of do a little bit of a round robin. I've got some questions, and then we're going to let you guys ask questions at the very end. So that's the plan. We'll see if we stick to that plan. So I'm going to do a round robin introduction, so you guys don't have to like ruffle your own feathers and kind of get out there. And then I'll have you guys introduce yourselves a little bit differently. So Cheryl Rogoski, right here, is of Rogoski Farm, is a 4th generation farmer who's responsible for her 150-acre farm and won the McCarthy Fellowship for her work. MacArthur Fellowships are given to incredibly talented individuals who have shown extraordinary originality and dedication in their field. Thank you for being here. Greg Short, you know what? Hold your clapping for me. I'm changing that now. We got a lot of people here. We're gonna go through this. Greg Schwartz, right here, is from Will-O-Wisp Farms. By the way, all these folks, their stuff, you can find them on Farmigo. You should order as much as you can. Greg Schwartz from Will-O-Wisp Farm, after 8 years of farm apprenticeships and conferences, field days, and a 4-year stint as head of NOFA New York, Greg ended up buying a 12-acre piece of land to start a dairy farm in 2007. Antonella. No. That's right. You didn't know. In India, they do no for yes. And I was like, did I mistake? Italian, which is very suiting. She started Crumville Bakery, which is based here in Brooklyn. She was previously a fashion photographer, and now creates delicious gluten-free cookies, muffins, specialty cakes that celebrate her rich Italian and Dutch heritage and the culinary tradition she came with. And you're going to have to tell us more about gluten-free because it's like on the rampage and everybody here wants to hear about it. So we'll get to that in a second. Heather Stanford is from the Piggery out in Ithaca. Drove all the way here from Ithaca and is driving back today. I hope she takes a rest. After starting small, and actually got to know the Piggery in 2009. So they started small, but they're not small anymore. Her and her husband have been incredibly successful. Today they raise about 500 pigs on their own farm with a network of Amish partners, and they have a CSA and a butchery storefront, and an incredible brand too. Bob Eckert from Northern Farmhouse Pasta. It's an artisanal pasta shop based in the Catskills. Their shop offers handcrafted pasta, seasonal ravioli made using New York organic flour, local cheese, and produce from surrounding farms. Amazing pasta. Tyler Dennis of LY Farms in Clinton Corners, New York. Tyler grows over 200 vegetable varieties in a beyond organic, no spray system focused on the health of the soil, biological diversity. He started off as an apprentice at Stone Barns, which hopefully you guys have all visited because it's amazing, doing their food and agriculture. So thank you all. A round of applause for them. So the way we're going to do this is, now you guys get to introduce yourself now that everybody knows who you are. There are name plates here, you just stand up when it's time to ask questions. What would be great if each of you says what you love about farming or food making, and then something that you do that you love doing that is completely unrelated to farming. Okay, so first, why you love farming or food making, and then something that's completely out of scope from the farming that will show. So we kind of break the flat persona of I'm a farmer, I'm a food maker, like the other side of your wild side, or whatever it is, your quiet side.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and having us here tonight. Farming. I tell everybody that when you look out there in the fields, we have in our farm store, there's French doors that look off on a deck and look out into the fields and on the Pochuck Mountain. And our soil is the bottom of a glacial lake. So our soil is very black, very rich, very dark. So when you're standing there and you're looking out across the fields and you're looking out at the mountain, I tell everybody you're looking at my heart when you look out there. And that's truly what it is. I can't define myself separately from the farm because the farm is me and I'm the farm. When everybody talks about the farm back home, they know it's me and the farm that they're talking about. That's it. Furthest thing from farming, I don't even know what that would be. The first thought that came on is photography because I love to take pictures, and then while writing, I love to write. I don't allow myself time to do that, but on my blog, like I started the blog from the seat of the tractor, so as I was on the tractors doing different work, there's pictures of me on the excavator cleaning ditches and things like that, but it's still related to farming, so I guess that's the wildest I get.
Can I borrow your excavator?
Sure.
Okay. First, quick one minor correction about the wedding, which is I grow vegetables and not a dairy farm. So at Willow Wisp we grow a mix of 45 different vegetable crops.
That's a big correction.
Be respectful. There are two things that I love about farming. The first is that every day you go out there and you're humbled, and you have to recognize your place in the larger system, and that is that you are diminutive, and it's a really nice place to be. On the more active side of what we do as farmers, the thing I love the most is that you have to be absolutely everything. From plumber to welder to mechanic to accountant to bookkeeper to schmoozer to horticulturist, biologist, etc. And that diversity is really what I think has attracted me the most to being a farmer. It's really, really engaging. And from my wild side, my winter wild side as a vegetable grower, post-World War II French literature.
Hello, I'm Antonella, and what I love about food making is eating it. It's pretty much my favorite thing. Since I was early age, I grew up in Italy, and it was like always an event to like make food and eat it, gather with families. So it became kind of like second nature to me. So when I decided to do this, it came very easy. I was just like, oh, this is, kind of like going back home and do things that I love to do. And it's simple life, simple things, but they gather people together and create nice communities. You meet wonderful people, and that's what I love about it. Other interests right now is pretty much food. It's like, it's kind of hard when you have a business to like dedicate, and do other things. So as you know, it's like 100%. You wake up, you think about it, you go to sleep and you think about it. So I like to get a little bit of more balance. So I can do things that I love, like gardening or making things in the house or building stuff, but for now that's what, I'm dedicating every day to. So here.
That's true. Good stuff. I'm in good company. For me, I guess, as far as farming, and what I like about it is it sounds so funny on the microphone. It's for me, it's like the circle of life, and I know it's hard to explain, but I love everything from when we leave our farm at like 5:45 in the morning and doing a piglet check to see the newborn life that often greets us, and that's an amazing experience. To also cutting meat in my butcher shop. I'm also a butcher, and working with my customers and feeding them and talking to them and hearing them be excited about where the meat comes from and how they can feed themselves from it. And I'm going to steal a little bit from Greg. I think I like also from farming the lessons I get to learn all the time. And if you're going to be a farmer, you can't be a perfectionist. So you have to be okay with the day never going how you think it's going to go, and rolling with it. Crazy side. I guess if we're telling secrets, I play bass guitar, and I was the bass player for the all-female punk band Spectre Gadget. So if we're telling secrets, like you have to tell everyone.
I'll tell
to you later about that. All right, I'm Bob again, Northern Farmhouse Pasta. My love for pasta really came from my interest in farming. I actually grew up in Queens, New York, small little island, Broad Channel by Rockaway Beach. Met a woman, nothing against women, but that's what happens. Met a woman, wound up upstate, and what happened was I just wanted to be with my family, and you know, I just always have loved food, and pasta just seemed something so cool, but something that really wasn't really touched yet. You know, it was just, you can go down an aisle in any store and just see semolina, same color. And I just love it because it's creative. It's maybe corny, but almost like art to me. I get artistic, you know. I love just being outdoors and coming up with something or seeing something that it shouldn't be in pasta, but I'm going to get it in there somehow. And we do it. And as for other stuff, I mean, I just love being outdoors. I have to say these days, my little 6-year-old is probably my interest besides the pasta. It's being with him, seeing him grow, having him out back, you know, with our chickens and ducks, and trying to bring him out hiking with me. I tried to get him out snowshoeing, but it's probably good. Until a couple of weeks ago, we still had like 3-4 feet of snow. I would have lost them. But yeah, so snowshoeing in the outdoors is my not a dirty secret, but it's my interest.
For me, it's kind of a lifestyle thing. I mean, I really love just like the day-to-day work of being a farmer. I mean, literally things as simple as just being outside every day, like getting dirty every day. I love being able to feed other people, but I also really relish the opportunity to feed myself. And being able to grow my own food, I consider a pretty special privilege in this day and age. I also really love being self-employed. I really recommend that to anybody who hasn't ever tried. I'm probably spoiled for all other jobs now. Non-farm things. I studied film and photography in college, and I'm a pretty big movie buff, and that's how I spend a lot of my time when